Let's mine up this right here, because this is going to be going out a fair bit. Let's make sure we get sort of the layer around it done first. Let's keep the game paused for now. Let's go to the castle brick, and it should go out by 4 here, 4 here, and is 4 there a bit much? Because it goes in a little bit at the same time, but it only overstretches the actual castle door by 1 block. These actually attach like this. So there we go. And then it sort of... This is awkward to do, because I'm trying to 4 across, and then it goes like 2 in. So it goes like 2 in like this. There we are. It's awkward to do because of the spacing right there. But there you go. 2 in, just like that. It shouldn't have this bit right there. So it's meant to go 2 in, and it seems weird now that I think about it. The Minecraft variation seems a lot simpler. Excuse me. Or the Minecraft variation isn't as overstretched, small. Yeah, not overstretched, small. Maybe I need to make it go up by 1 extra block. That might be a good idea. It might also help with the sort of leveling right there. I like that. I like the idea of that. Let's go ahead and make it go up by 1 extra block, just because I feel like it'll make a lot more sense. I don't think it's going to really change much of the grand design. It just means that the 2 pillars connected to the other version of it that's going to be slightly higher up by 1 block, really. So that's fine. We can work around it very easily. So let's go back over here, but instead, let's just build from this angle. Make sure it goes across by 3. And instead, we can have it sort of go in by 1 block right here. Then we can have this connect like this. Same with right there. And we'll go in by 3. Have it go in by 1. Well, it goes in by 2, but it seems to work out. And then what we can do is have it sort of connect in like this. Nearly done. And we'll get rid of all this bottom layer stuff. There we are. So it's meant to be in by 2 blocks, which it seems to be. And then... Actually, we should really go away by 4 right there. There we are. So like this. And then it's supposed to go in by 2 extra blocks like this. So yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to work. Unfortunately, it does mean that we're going to have to sort of do this with the towers. I think I quite like that anyway. Like if the towers are going to be like this, and we just have the sort of the doorway go out by 1 extra block. I quite like that. It's not too bad. It's meant to do this. And then we'll just have the rest of it connected by flat stone and staircases. So it should be fine. This bit's going to be covered up anyway. It's a good idea to just sort of see what it's going to look like anyway. We can always go back. Let's get rid of that for now. And that. And let's just sort of try and get the base of this constructed. It's going to be quite difficult because it's sort of a mess at the moment. And there's a lot of places they can't actually get to. But we'll see. We will see. There's quite a lot. There's actually not really too much going on right there. The front bit right here is... Oh, wait. Let me pause. I'm actually starting to think if the front should be a part... It should be... Like, should we have a window there? Or should it just be part of the main build? I quite like the idea of it just being a wall. Just like this. Ooh, no. Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, it'll just go in like that. There we go. But we still have the front open. In fact, what we can do is have it go like this. There we go. I quite like that. There's a lot more going on with the door right now. As for the front, I feel like this is fine. And yeah, I feel like this is alright for now. We're going to have crenellations along here anyway, so I feel like this pillar is meant to be here anyway. Same with this side. I think we'll end up liking it. Like I said, we can always go back. If I don't feel like I like it by the end of today's playthrough, then I think I'll just end up redoing it off camera, and then you'll be able to see it next episode. Oh. Well, not next episode, but the episode after next. So there we go. I don't know. I'm not sure what part we're on right now. We passed 50 a little while ago, I think. I do check. I do check. But it's just something that just goes out of my mind. So there you go. It looks like we're all fine right now. We've got Islay not really doing anything. Mostly because of the lack of minerals that we currently possess. Or really, I think we have a lack of ores. Actually, quite a bit of copper ore right there. No iron. We can make some mithril. But other than that, we can't really do too much. We could... Actually, we're sort of keeping it for materials right now. If anything, Islay should really just sort of do something. Be a stonemason, Islay. There you go. Get something done. Right, so we got the mine entrance right here. It's starting to sort of become something right now, which is cool to see. We'll make sure to have this actually be some sort of pathway, but we want to get rid of all the grass layer. Right there. There we go. So this is when it starts to actually become a mine entrance. So about here is when it starts to sort of mine into the land. There we are. I think that shouldn't go that far in. No, actually, I feel like it should go one block extra. We're getting mostly dirt here, unfortunately. Right, there we go. Get rid of all that. We won't get too much stone from this, but at least the miners are doing something. Still got all these other buildings here that... I still don't know how I'm going to build the Fletchers right there. The Fletchers! Made that joke a million times now, I feel. Yeah, I'm not too sure what I'm really going to be doing over there. Same with the blacksmiths. These are things that we just sort of designated one day, and then we're like, you know what, we're doing this now. I still like the workshop, though. I'm glad we got around to doing that. Very much cool to see that taking place. We use the different roof tile set as well, which is very cool to see. Yeah, there's a few places they can't actually get to right now. So we need to make sure they can. So let's go to the scaffolding. God, this is all over the place. Let's make sure this sort of aligns like this. I'm not too sure. Is there really nowhere else they can go? I mean, I suppose I could just do that. And then they should be able to get to the other areas. And we should do the same with the other side right here. I can get rid of these, so I don't really care about the wood usage. Same with this. I think we just sort of go a little bit mental with the scaffolding. Make sure they can get everywhere. That seems to be the only way we can really do this right now. But this should look pretty good. Already, I'm like really happy with the design choice of going for the double sort of brick layer right there. I think it's going to look really good. Although I'm not too sure... Actually, yeah, now that I see it, it's going to connect up a little bit there, so it's not really going to double. I feel like maybe we want both of these pillars to go up, just to make the center look a little bit meatier. Meatier, right there. Once again, it's a random design choice. I keep saying design. Oh no, I said it right then. Design. I keep saying design, not design. Right there. Anyway, I'm being too nitpicky with the way I talk, as always. Constantly just annoyed at my lack of wordsmithing. There are so many spiders. There are so many of them. Most of them are corpses, fortunately. It looks like Islay did a pretty good job at just slicing and dicing all the spiders up into a million little pieces. There's actually a new one right there by the looks of it. Oh no, I think he's the one dead in the water. He is. Then there's another one right there, but it looks like he's been defeated. There's a new one, a new one, a new one. Nope, that one's gone. He's gone. And there's one right there. Just getting rid of the corpses. I feel like it's a good idea. Keep the land nice and clean. Get rid of all the infectious diseases that could be caused from all of the corpses that are hanging around the realm right here. We could probably eat those legs. Quite delicious, I've heard. That looks like a weird chicken. A chicken worthy of domestication, I would say. Alright, how's this going? Oh yeah, I quite like that. I still feel like we've got to get something else done over here, though. Like, maybe it needs to... Maybe I'm being too nitpicky there. Tell you what, we need to have a stair going on over here as well. So let's get some roofing. Let's get the ceramic roofing done on this side. Same with the other side right here. We also need to do the same thing on this bit. There we are, so they can actually get up to the new level. Get on my level. There we are. And then what we could do is just get the flat stone and just cover this bit up. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Flat stone. So we'll cover this bit up with flat stone. And I do already quite like the look we've got right now. I'm going to keep the scaffolding here just for the sake of, you know, I just want to make sure we've got everything in case we want to make a few extra design choices here and there. We might want to. I don't see us doing that, though. And I quite like the change in levels and everything as well. And also that this bit's a bit segregated as well. I don't know, it's a quite nice look. I keep saying as well. Mm. There we are, as well. Islay as well. As well, who are well? Well. What? I'm not too sure what I'm saying anymore. Let's start on the crenellations. It's quite simple to do. Ooh, that's not simple. There we are. It's quite simple. What you do is you fuck up. Anyway. Do we go out by 1 block? Because I feel like this is a good idea. Like 1 block, you can rule them all. 1 block to rule them all, apparently. I feel like we can. But not too heavily. In fact, we should pause right now. We should pause. It's a very important decision to make of whether we go out by 1 extra block. We're about to see what it will look like. We can have this come down here as well, because that'll actually make it look quite good. I'm starting to think if maybe our 1 block is a good idea. Helps sort of differentiate the crenellations a little bit. Not really the word I was looking for right there, I'm not gonna lie. Just said it because I said it because I'm not gonna lie. Right there, complete liar. Just all the time. It's excessive as well. I cry most days. Just cry. Just right there. Yeah, right over there, where I'm pointing right now. Just there. I think having it go out by 1 extra layer is going to help with this little cubby hole that we've got right here, because I don't think it looks too great with it sort of being misaligned right there. If it was a straight line, it would probably look pretty good, but at the moment, it's not really doing much justice. Same with this bit as well. This needs to go out by 1 extra layer. Actually, no, it doesn't. We can't do it by an extra bit. Also, there's a pause right there, because the spider's near Fieri right there, who is our new and improved lumberjack. In fact, Fieri, what are you when it comes to your level right now? Level 2 only! You've been sleeping on the job, however, nearly level 3, which is pretty good to see. I imagine you're a slow learner. Good vision, you're a quick learner. What? Anyway. Did we just dispatch that spider? No, it doesn't look like it. Let's get one of our... let's get Stuart right here. Trained veteran of the watch. As hopefully not. Hopefully it's not for the watch. I'm not gonna name anyone Ollie. That's for sure. Anyway, I feel like I've made 2 references to the greatest character of all time. Those were not my words. I was taken over by some sort of necromancer for just a second there. Just in case anyone was worried for me. No witch hunts, no burnings right now. Not at the moment anyway. We'll wait for it, okay? Anyway, enough of whatever the hell I'm on about. So yeah, I quite like this. Now we'll just go ahead and do the crenellations themselves. And this should work out. Brick. What did I do before? It looks like I just sort of did this. Yep, there we are. I feel like they're awkwardly aligned. Yeah, that makes more sense. They're sort of quite dull, crenellations. I'm not just sure. Something doesn't sit right with me. However, it's probably because this part of the wall's not done yet. So I have to imagine that's probably part of the symptoms, as it were, of why we feel a little bit cheated for a second. Just for a second right there. Things were just not right. However, I think that looks good. That's quite a nice look to the castle right there. It's a bit different. We've got the walkways right here, so they can walk across. Let's get rid of these scaffolding at the same time, just to see if we can get a full look right there. Since we do have a little bit of scaffolding beams now that are just sort of sticking out. It's a bit weird looking. Let's get rid of this bit as well. We don't need any of this anymore because they can get up on the other bit right here. Need to, once again, increase my vocabulary just a little bit so I can stop saying bit and stuff and yeah and all the other words that I use right there. More mining. Let's extend our mining operations by actually building into the mine entrance itself. The mine entrance should really be free across because they can only build 3 up. So I think that makes a lot more sense. So we should just do these 3 layers. And in fact, we should go a little bit lower down as well so we can get the rest of it. Actually, we'll go as low as you can go, really. And this should be good to inevitably make some sort of entrance around that area. From a mine shaft, get some mine carts installed. I like it. So this is looking at really fantastic, actually. I quite like the idea of making these castle brick sort of arch across the doorway right there. Like I said, I think it helps out with just defining the doorway a little bit more. As you can see, it's looking pretty fantastic. And it's quite nice to see just an added design in the middle right there, because it was looking a little bit dull, in my opinion. If it was just flat in the middle, it would just look really weird, even though we are going to have an extended layer right here. Anyway, enough of the analysis. Let's continue onwards with our castle brick on the back end right here, because we've been sort of ignoring it just a little bit. Our stone brick right now is looking pretty good. It's looking really good, in fact. It's looking scary good. I'm really excited about that, in fact. There we go. Fantastic. This shouldn't really connect up to... No, yeah. This is not really getting rid of the actual shape. It's 3, then 1, then 3. And then we've got these random bits outside because they go with the crenellations on the outside as well. And the pillars as well. And the pillars. I need a counter. I need some sort of counter that's going to just beep whenever I say something that's defined. Like fantastic. I've not said fantastic today, have I? How many times have I said it without realizing? Like I said, I need a counter. The problem with the counter things is it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort, and really, I could just do nothing. I could just do nothing at all. I like the idea of that. Then again, quite lazy, you know. Can't be in the business. I'm in the business. Oh god, that's just a douchey thing to say. You won't understand. We do stuff and things. Not sure why I'm using this voice. This feels like my go-to sort of represent what? It's a go-to voice of mine, you know. Leave me alone. Stop nicking me apparently. Stop nitpicking me on my faults. Okay, I'm not nitpick my own faults. I got there in the end. See, yeah, even the voice exercises are starting to fail me now. Maybe I'm getting lazy. You know, I need to go, like none of that random stuff, right? That was all over the place. I don't actually do that as a voice exercise, I might add. I just talk. Like I talk to Merv. I maybe use a few different accents here and there. Not really accents, but a change in pitch or just random things. Keep it going. Keep it nice and fluid. That kind of thing. Maybe when I'm like driving home from work, I'll like randomly sort of let's play the I've done that a few times, just sort of let's play the surroundings. But just sort of like there's some cows over there, they're looking pretty fantastic right now. Even then, I'll say pretty fantastic right now. It's a little bit psychotic now that I think about it. I'm just talking to myself constantly, looking for words. Well, primarily just looking for words, but at the same time, acceptance. Love me. Anyway, we're here now. We're not making any more wood, which I feel like is just a complete farce. Not 5,000. It keeps giving me 5,000, but then back to 500. I'm not too sure why that's the case. It is, though. And I'm loving this. It's looking really good, but it can't be the only thing we make at the moment. We got loads of time. We got 35 minutes. There we are. I feel like I'm breaking some sort of wall by telling you how much time we have left. I'm not too sure if maybe that's a good or bad thing. I feel like it's primarily a bad thing. So maybe I should stop doing that. Maybe you should stop doing that. Hey, you shut up, you. No, you shut up. I'm not sure why I've got some sort of multi-personality problem all of a sudden. Is it a problem? I feel like it is. Do we want to get these walls done as well? I mean, we kind of do. Because we need to... Oh, yeah, we need to get the second layers done, don't we? Yeah, I don't want to do this just yet. Because we need to get the other ways to get to the second floor. Which will be by the towers right here that we do have right now. So we just want to get this wall constructed. So that starts to look like a proper castle. And it really is starting to look like a proper castle. I'm quite nice to say proper castle. Say that really quick. Proper castle, proper castle, proper castle. There we are. I feel like I didn't screw that up at the same time did. Why are you all stuck? We got a door right there, don't we? Yeah, we do. Let's get rid of that for a second. There we are. I'll do the same on this side, in fact. Let's get rid of these doors. Just so they can get up and around a little bit easier. Like I said, doorways. They just cause congestion. Oh, there's a spider. It's a little old thing. It's near one of our miners, though, which means some spiders have probably spawned near our miners. In this direction. Or there's just one random spider. There we go. Alright then. They seem to be coming out of the woodworks right now. There's a few more that have spawned as well. Why are we only getting spiders? I don't understand. It's just spiders. Spiders everywhere. Just spiders, and small spiders. We got a necromancer at one point, surely. I'm not sure if we're getting really lucky or really buggy right now. I'm not too sure. Once again, there seems to be nothing in here. I mean, no enemies. It says disabled. I don't know. Is there like anything here that says spawn enemies? I can spawn anything but enemies. Anyway, that's the Eternal Light mod for those wondering. That's why it's day all the time. So, yeah. An absolutely incredible mod. I completely forgot what it looks like when it's dark. Eventually, we'll need to go back. I feel like after we've done this castle, we need to have sort of a playthrough. Well, maybe go back to the Dark Ages. But at the same time, the only reason I use it is because our light sources are a bit bugged when you look at it in a certain direction. And it just sort of becomes ultra bright. It's quite weird to see. I really do like how this goes up by an extra layer. It's really nice. Hopefully it morphs with the background brick that should be created along this line. Yeah, it will be created along there. It will be created along that line. I just realized that. In fact, we need to get that sort of designated right now. All you guys are stuck, though, which is quite annoying to see. You two should be able to go down. You're just sort of like, yeah, I could do it if I wanted to. And it looks like you will be able to do it, Jerry. You just need to believe. Believe, Jerry. Believe and you can accomplish some things. you can do a bit. Not too much, but a bit. You'll do it. There we are. This is underway. We need to get the extra layer done. They should be able to just walk up here now. Oh, that's a good point. I completely forgot to get the... I hate doing the spiral staircases here. I'm not gonna lie. So much effort. So go up to 10, because I believe that's where it is at. There we go. That was a good guess. That was a really good guess. Now, calculations. There was all calculated. Let's go back to our scaffolding. There we are. I feel like I'm a broken record at this point. Just saying the same thing over and over again. Boom. I can say boom now. There we are. Boom. Ka-cha. Gazinga. There we are. Eat my trousers. There we are. Don't do that, though. I've heard it's not very hygienic. It's actually bad for you. You know, I'd recommend just porridge or something else of some sort of oat. Quite delicious. There we are. So the spiral staircase underway on that side. Let's do the same thing on this side. Okay, and we'll just get that bit done. Let's go down just so it's easier to do. I really wish I could just hold mouse or something. Or hold left mouse or something maybe to delete the layer that I've got selected instead of having to hold shift. Because I have to go to the other side of the keyboard to make it comfortable. I don't think I can use the other... Can I? So what is it? Oh, no I can't. Oh, I did something though. Oh, crenellations. So you can do the crenellations on that side. But nothing else. Because that should be that this bit done. Not done, but for the most part constructed. And then we should be able to have a wall layer right here. Actually, no, it's not going to be right there. It's going to be on the second layer of the wall. I did completely forget about that, unfortunately. How high are we right now? We're not very high. I just realized that. We're pretty high. But not very high. This bit needs to stick out, I feel. Oh, we missed a bit right here. Missed a bit. Missed a bit. We seem to have missed a bit. Really now. Thanks for the note right there. I'm really glad that I add music in the background of these, because I can't imagine. It must sound really... It's just quiet. It's really quiet. It's weird. Usually I'm used to listening to some sort of background noise or just something to get rid of the white noise. But there's nothing right now, and it makes me really uncomfortable. Occasionally, I go back into the comfort zone when I hear some mining or some building construction noises, or maybe if there was a sort of less, you know, what is it? Anacrid? Is that it? Like the spider family, the anacrids. I feel like that's wrong. Like I'm saying it wrong, but that's fine. You know, it would be great if, you know, maybe skeletons spawned, mix things up a little bit. We can focus on that while they're building the castle. But for now, not necessarily the case. I want to make sure we got the entire top layer of the castle done, or at least planned out. But, you know, now I'm making promises, and that's sort of the first mistake, I feel. So we're going up here. Let's make the wall layer. Actually, this bit's good to go by the looks of it. So I should be able to build up here. So this wall layer is going to be higher, I think. It's going to be quite high. But it should be higher than this bit at the back. Or this bit at the front. Merv, did you just... Oh, bloody hell. He still hasn't learned. Sometimes he will fly to the cage. Sometimes he won't. I do apologize. This is interrupting the, you know, the flow right now. I can't see it, it's dark. There we are. It's dark because I closed the curtains. Seems to be the only thing that keeps him sort of a little bit quiet. A little bit docile. He's still there. He still exists. But he's just not as, you know, rampant as he once was. Rampant. I say it as if he's like some sort of disease. I'm not saying it like that, Merv. You know, I don't want to say that. You're not a disease. Don't think that way, Merv. Think positively. Let's make sure this goes up accordingly. And we should be able to get everything constructed. I would like it if they go all the way down there, but they probably won't. He'll probably get himself stuck. Oh, he didn't. Look at it. Look at him. He's learning. I like it. And now he's building that block instead of that one, which is confusing as hell. There you go. There's block right there as well, so we can go up and down here. Very good. Very nice. This is being done as well, which is very good to see. Very good to see. There we are. Now I'm going to start some sort of barbershop quartet, which is quite nice. We need to make some more scaffolding along here. But I need to go into full control so I can actually get this done right. There we go. Let's get it all done across there. And then that bit there should be good. Do the same on the other side. We're not paused right now. I did check. You know, I check every now and then. When I feel like, well, when I remember to check. You never know. The game seems to, you know, pause, and I just never notice. Even though I should, because everyone just stops moving. I mean, you come on now. Makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, this actually goes up to the final level. I didn't realize that. Let's go back to fixed RTS. Game has paused. Another spider's been located outside near the lumberjack area. Sounded a bit strange there. The mine is underway. Let's get rid of this last layer. And then it should just sort of start to... Oh, we should have it morph in here. That makes a little bit more sense. At least to me, I feel like it makes more sense. So I have it sort of go in about there. Then we should start just sort of having a proper mine entrance. It's going to go into the cave. We're going to go down and up and across and forward, left, right, all over the place. It's going to be beautiful. This castle wall finally constructed on this side, or nearly. We've still got work to do over here. Unfortunately, they have screwed up with this a little bit, which means we're going to have to get some scaffolding installed. There we go. On this side, though, it doesn't seem like they screwed up too much. They're alright. They know what they're doing for the most part. For the most part. I think that's the problem. They know what they're doing for the most part, but not completely. I was just admiring the bridge right there. Feels like so long ago since we constructed that. I still like it. You know, it's pretty... Wow, 2 people just crossed that right there. It was a fantastic display of how useful the bridge is. You know, the front right here was destroyed a little while ago. We do remember that in the Great Battle, but I still love it. You know, it definitely gives you the whole portcullis, you know, gate drawbridge kind of thing. Hooked up to like a proper static bridge. Very nice to see. I feel very much defended inside this castle. And it's coming along. You can see the castle starting to take shape now. I remember when this was just a random spot of nothingness, and now it's about, what, 20,000 stone bricks worth of construction, which is quite insane, really, because I feel like we might need about 10,000 more. So 16,000 in total to finish off everything else. Maybe. It probably will need a little bit more than that. It's a bit random. I don't actually know. It's just guessing at this point. This bit needs to be constructed, and then we can make a wall layer. We'll make a wall layer for the second floor of the castle as well. Is the second floor needed? Only for these 2 bits, because we will need to actually wall off this part right here eventually, but I'm keeping it right now because they can actually walk up here and make the second floor. So the second floor layers are just going to be for this bottom bit right here on this side. Same with this side, but it won't be in the main hall. The main hall will stretch up to about 2 blocks worth. Anyway, I feel like that was more confusing than it really should have been. There should be some windows in the inside as well, just to make it look a little bit nicer. Little bit nicer, which I quite like the idea of. So it's done on this side. This bit's sort of underway. We'll get this bit done in a second. Should really get it done now. This is going to be quite awkward. So we do need to mine this up. But to get started, it needs to be... God, I am using castle brick here. I think we need to do this in a second. In a second. There we are. We need to make up for time, I feel. I'm going to go ahead, once again, letting you know that I'm going instead of making it feel like it's, you know, it's there. What? Instead of making it feel like it's a random transition, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go check out what I've done on the back right here. Get this wall constructed. You know, and then, well, yeah. What? That was fantastic right there. I feel like my ability to commentate has sufficiently decreased since my opening day. By that I mean it's increased. I hit my height. Now it's just going downhill. So, completely screwed at this point. Just all over the place. It's really good. Anyway, I'm going to go and check on the Minecraft build to see what I did do on the back right here that connects to the hall of our castle. I'll make sure it measured up correctly, and then I will see you in a few seconds when we actually construct it. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I've run my calculations, and they have decided that we should actually start doing this. Yes, it seems to be fine. I may need to increase the size a little bit more on timber and stone. I feel like the height is just a bit off on the actual Minecraft build, because it just seems a little bit too small at the moment. At least, it seems to be. The back is meant to be very tall in comparison to the front part right here, but it also seems to be a bit squished as well, which I'm not liking the look of. I still need these castles to sort of breach out a little bit more, and we'll end up doing that in, I think, two more castle bricks worth, because I want to make sure that these two castles actually connect, so it does need to go out probably around about the same time as this castle brick has as well, and make sure there's a possible doorway to be constructed. Anyway, we need to make sure that the back layer right here is working, well, is fully effective. This castle brick layer right here, it looks way taller than maybe it should be. However, it's meant to be 4 blocks high from this point in order to get to the second layer. I might up that to 5. I'm not really too sure. 5 sounds pretty good to me, since we are... It does seem like we are just sort of upping things a little bit more. At the same time, we need to get some sort of doorway installed on this wall. I think it's a good idea. Do we have a doorway yet? No, we don't. Yeah, we could probably get some sort of castle door installed. In fact, we'll make sure we have something ready for later on. Let's just make sure that's actually going to work. Well, it should work. It just means we have a small little wooden sort of pathway. Well, it looks like there's going to be a wooden floor right here by looks of things. But it should be pretty good. In fact, we might want to just have it go down a staircase. Or maybe around this bit, there can be sort of like a little... I like the idea of that. If we go up like this, since we've already got a level going on right here, we may as well work with it. And then what we can do is we can have some sort of normal stone right here. Just sort of going out a little bit. Followed by some roofing. There we are. And that could be connected with some flat stone. Looks a bit different. It's a bit random, which I quite like. Flat stone. There we are. It also covers up that little hole right there, which doesn't really matter if it's covered or not. But like I said, I think it's just because it's an addition right there. Then again, it's... We will stick with it for now. Let's stick with it for now. We might like it, we might hate it later on. We're about to find out, really. Actually, I think I'm going to hate it. Automatically, I don't like what I'm doing right here. So you know what? We'll remove that. And this feels like an endeavor that we can get done later on. And by that, I mean now. So we'll just go back. We'll mine it up. Screw the consequences. We can sort that out later on, just as long as we got some sort of doorway set up for later. Right, so right here. Right here, apparently. We need to go ahead and... I think it's a good idea to continue with the castle brick design. The problem with that is it's going to be a bit weird actually morphing in with the castle brick right here. I'm talking about the trimless version against the non-trimmed version. It's just that we seem to have followed the design on the lower levels, so it makes sense to really continue with it. However, there's meant to be sort of a large doorway right here, and I'm quite glad that we are using the castle brick. Not doorway, but sort of entrance. And I am quite glad we're using the castle brick, because it means I can sort of make some sort of like proper hallway right here. Not hallway, but a proper sort of large gate door thing. There we are, gate door thing. Large gate door thing. It's pretty good right now. I feel like it's a good gate door thing, large door thing. Yeah, gate? Who? I don't know who. I don't know who, but we'll find out. We need to use the trimless right here, because I feel like it needs to connect to it like a Lego brick. So we'll do that.